Hey guys, it's Ashley Cunningham here, and I'm really excited to be doing a quick little Q&A. This is going to be a very fast video, so just a heads up, it's not going to be half an hour long. I am actually going live here in a few minutes on my group wall, Channeling with Love on Facebook. But I had some questions left over from a few weeks ago when I did a channeling with the Council of Light. There were so many questions. It was amazing. But I just didn't have the time to shove all of those questions in, as well as the Council of Light, super high vibrational, and I did not have the energy to be pulling them in and channeling for 2.5 hours like I did for Archangel Michael, which I love doing, but I needed to make it a little quicker. So I am going to quickly be pulling from the questions that I had from there, and I will be doing probably a few other videos as well because I have a lot of questions, and I want to make sure I get to everyone. So let's just dive in. So Spirit Magnet off of Instagram asked me, do all of us have guides and angels? Can some of our guides be animals? And I'm asking my angel team. My guardian angels are Pedadiah, who's a female, and Samuel. And they're coming straight in, and they're saying yes. Spirit guides can be in the shape of an animal. Often the animal type is the animal and their behaviors. They impart their energy with you and are working to help teach you something that they embody. So it's very rooted in Native American spirituality, the animal medicine of that being. So for an example, and they're pointing to me, I had a gray whale, like a giant whale, just floating kind of around me. It's their energy that was there with me, and I didn't really know what I was supposed to do with that, but I just kind of sat and meditated on it, and the whale was teaching me about just being comfortable in spirit and going with the flow, as well as just owning my, I guess, magicalness. That's what I got from my relationship with that gray whale, and it has since left me. It's taught me what I needed to learn from it. But sometimes spirit guides can be animals that we've lost and loved, and they just stick around for a little bit. But typically animals don't, like if they're a pet of yours, they typically don't stay around for a long time. They really need to cross over and recharge their energy, and then they may come back and visit you every so often. But yeah, we can have animals as guides, which is pretty cool. Majestic Whale, speaking of whales, that's super cool. Majestic Whale says, I feel like I'm really happy when supposedly bad things happen to me. Why is this? Majestic Whale, I'm getting that you're really good at seeing the big picture, and you're able to see, okay, there's this bad thing happening in my life, but I know that it's here to help me grow. And that happiness is really coming from you and your team supporting you through that bad moment, or whatever you deem as bad, and helping you grow through that. It could be disconcerting because, you know, when we're having a bad time, we should be feeling like, we think we should like just be in that time, be in those lower vibrations. But if you're at a high enough vibrational frequency, things that seem bad, they're bad for like a moment, but then you just kind of move on, and or you move through it and you're able to embrace it and be happy about it, or be happy that you're having that experience and you're learning a lot. So that's kind of what I'm getting from Pedadiah is it's really that bigger picture is what you're seeing, and you're really tapped into that, which is awesome. And there was a second question from Majestic Whale. Is there energy surrounding the planet and all over the planet, and are they now handling the negative influence that has been controlling the planet? Yes, this is an awesome question. Yes, basically there is a ton of energy being blasted straight to Gaia, so down into the core of the Earth, all the way up through into our atmosphere. We are surrounded by love and light, and the cleanup crew is really working hard, and it will continue to pick up in speed to remove and clean just negative things, negative vibrations, negative individuals, help them through whatever they're trying to learn through, and will be removing a lot of the negative lower vibrational energies that's here on the planet, making this place very, very dense. And in the current landscape of our world, it's very chaotic, very low vibrational in a lot of ways, but also high vibrational in a lot of ways. And so that love and light, that cleanup crew, Christ consciousness, who's coming here very, very soon and has started anchoring in his energy here on the planet. Yeah, they're working to handle that negative energy, negative influences that has been kind of permeating society and causing a lot of bad things to happen, I guess. Not that hard things won't happen in the future, but we will all be at a higher frequency in which we can handle challenges a lot better, I guess, or a lot easier for each individual person than maybe before, because that energy is being cleaned up. So great question. That is super awesome. I'm going to leave it on that. Like I said, this is going to be a super quick video. I do have more questions, so if you asked questions a few weeks ago, definitely don't worry. I am working on it. Just as I get things put together, I will be popping these little bad boys up. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day, evening, morning, wherever you're at in the world. Love and light to you. Bye. Surprise! I didn't stop. I decided to finish the rest of the questions and add it on to my first video. So this is a different day, and I am following up on more of the Q&A questions that came to me over the last few weeks, and I want to make sure I get these put together for you guys. So the next question is from Anna Guerrero, and she has kind of a longer one. So she had a very intense dream, and she is basically just saying that in the dream there was really strong energy for her to hold steady in her vision, and there was a lot of different crazy kind of lucid things happening, and she was asking for an explanation of the from the Council of Light. And basically she is asking who is the light being that has been with her within her dreams, and who is the woman within her dream that she is describing. And let's see what the council has to say. We'll ask directly to the council. Anna, this is a dream that you may or may not have had before, but you can expect more intense dreams to come. As more energy anchors within you and around you, you will have very vivid dreams, very intense dreams, and the dreams themselves may hold some significance. It is up to you to reflect on the dreams and kind of pull out of it what it is that you need to learn from the dreams. But there are many, many opportunities for you to meet others. So the woman within your dream, I'm getting, is an energy being that has worked with you in the past and has stepped forward. she's not necessarily ready to introduce herself, but if you set the intention for maybe this evening when you hear this, definitely set the intention that you be introduced to this being. That can take place, and they're kind of waiting for you to make that introduction. And the council is reminding you that you are of light and love, and in your dreams it's a space for you to decompress from the 3D world, but also to connect to other worlds as you relax. Many people, including yourself, Anna, are able to move into different dimensions or do what's called astral projection. And if you set your boundaries around, if you're going to do astral projection, always ask your angel team to join you wherever it is that you go and provide protection through that process. This is important. And the light being, the non-physical being of light that has visited you in your sleep or in your past experiences in this lifetime, is a starseed family member. You are familiar with this being because you have lived with this being before in a different lifetime. And he has just been trying to step forward and introduce himself to you and connect with you. So if you meditate or sit in a quiet space, ask that being to come forward and see what kind of information you can get from him. Again, I think they're kind of holding that back from me, so they're not telling me who he is because they want you to discover it. But you can always ask later if you've meditated on it and you still aren't getting the information that you're looking for. But they want you to take that first step. The council does. So they want you to kind of step forward and ask to get more information about these two beings. But they're really excited that you're reflecting on your dreams, and they are saying that the dreamscape is very instrumental in helping humans get the information that we need, as not all of us are open enough to receive guidance directly throughout the day. So in our sleep state, we are much more comfortable and relaxed, and spirit can kind of give us more information directly through dreams. And it makes more sense in the dream because we're more open and allowing. So definitely do some dream journaling, Anna, and really set the intentions of being introduced in your dreams to either that woman or your starseed family member, and log your dreams for the next few days. Once you get this message, the council is telling me that you will be given a lot more information. You just have to ask for it. And they're saying, we love you very much, and we're sending you a lot of love and light. So I hope that resonates with you, Anna. Sorry I don't have direct answers, but I think it's really exciting when beings like the Council of Light say, hey, just ask and you shall receive the information, because then it's really up to you, and you can open yourself up and kind of have that dialogue and see what comes through. For me, that's like the most exciting thing, is doing the reflection and then seeing, oh my God, of course that being is who they say they have, they've been throughout my life, because I have 5 experiences that I remember them in. And it's just fun to reflect and then realize, oh my, or I've known them my whole life, or I feel really connected, and then you get to learn a little bit more about yourself. So, and that goes for everyone who's interested, not just Anna. If this message resonates with you, definitely go within, do the meditation work, or do the dream journaling and see what comes out. There's going to be some really surprising patterns too. I get a lot of information for my life and myself through dream state. And because sometimes I just don't know what to ask, so I always set the intention, show me what I need to know in this moment when I go into dream state, and some cool stuff comes out of it. So Rose was asking, how am I doing on my path? And why do I still have doubt? And I hear that I hear my team and my angels, even though their voices are really clear in my head. The council is still here, and Rose, they're saying that you have done a really great job giving up your doubt and breaking down that barrier of self-doubt and questioning about what if you're getting the correct information. So keep going on that path. And I've talked to Rose since she wrote this question, so she knows a lot more information than she did at this point when she wrote the question. So they're just saying, keep doing the great work that you're doing, and they're just like clapping. They're also showing me like, that's all we need to say on that. So keep it up, Rose. You're doing a really good job. Lorna Hopkins said, could you see guidance for me and partner? If circumstances improve, will we ever get our grandson back to live with us? Thank you. So I'm asking the council. They're here, I think, for this whole session. So I'm asking them, what is before Lorna and her partner? Lorna, ensure that you and your partner just communicate to your grandson, or maybe your child and the grandson, that you are a loving and safe space, and that if they choose, or the grandson chooses to move back with you, it is an open door, and you will accept them with open, loving, supportive arms, and that you will just be available. I think they're mainly pointing to the communication element. You just have to make sure you're communicating to them that if that is a possible option, you would be more than happy to have him stay with you. There may be some other circumstances, like more legal circumstances, that may bar that from happening. But continue to set that intention that your door is always open, and continue to communicate that to your child. And that's all you can do, is just set your space open as a loving, safe space for your grandson. And they're saying that you and your partner are in a very loving and beautiful relationship, and that love ripples out and affects others in a really beautiful and positive way. And they're just saying, continue to follow the path that you are on. You are doing well. And ask your angel teams for guidance and support in your everyday. And they're just saying namaste to you, and they're just sending you a lot of love and light. So I hope that resonates with you, Lorna, and I really hope that everything improves and that you get to have your grandson with you, because it sounds like that's what you really want ultimately, is to share that love that you have for your grandson in his everyday. So I really hope that works out for you. Catalina is asking, do light beings take our soul temporarily and take us places so we can do our job on this earth that we promised to do? I experienced it this week. I felt like I was in my room, but then I wasn't. Thanks, Ashley, in the Light Council. Catalina, I'm getting a no. So light beings, so your angel teams, or maybe the council, they're not going to take you out of your body like without your permission or your intentions or your choice to make that something that happens. So you have said, okay, this is okay for you to experience this removal, being out of your body. And that's okay. That's totally cool. If you're cool with it, then maybe just ask them to give you a heads up or a warning, or maybe make it easier for you to transition between where you're at in the moment and then where you go to when you shift out of your body. And just ask your team to always protect you wherever you are at, or both your body and your soul. If your part of you is leaving your body, make sure it's always just protected and supported, and that your angel team is there with you always. They already are, but like in those split situations, just make sure they're always there, and you have to ask them to do that. Especially if you just pop out of your body. But light beings do not take you out of your body without your permission or without a plan to do so. So definitely, if you didn't like that experience, say, I'm not up for that anymore. There is some elements of maybe you're learning how to use this talent to continue your light working here on Earth, and to be a support for others who are interested in doing that. So definitely kind of reassess or assess kind of what are you feeling, what resonates with you, and do you feel comfortable doing that? Because that can be kind of a scary situation. I've only consciously popped out of my body once, and it was so sudden, I kind of freaked out, and I just popped right back into my body. And I haven't done it since. I do travel in my dream state. Sorry guys. But I do not leave my body when I'm awake, kind of thing. And it was really sudden. I was just laying down, and then I just popped up, and I went, oh, and then I popped back. And that was before I learned how to channel or anything like that. So since then, I haven't really been, I guess, courageous enough to try that out. But I highly recommend, if you are trying that, make sure your team is aware and that you ask them to really provide you a lot of extra support when you are moving in that direction. So I hope that resonates with you, Catalina, and I'm really interested to hear how your experience was. You didn't really go into that here, or if you've done this multiple times, or if you really like doing it or don't like doing that. Yeah, keep me posted. Elizabeth, she is asking, I would like to ask if there's anything I need to know at this time in regards to my spiritual path, and if they can please tune up my clairaudience so that communicating with them can be easier for me. Thank you, Ashley in Council of Light. Okay, so Elizabeth, what do you need to know in this time regarding your spiritual path? I'm getting, Elizabeth, a lot of energy in my heart chakra, and it's just pouring into my heart chakra. And I feel like, and I'm checking in with the council, and they're saying yes, this is really directed towards self-love and self-care, and making sure that your cup is full before you really take on a lot of projects or really try and step forward in a big way to help others around you. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and really focusing on your inner work, your self-love, your self-talk, before you hand over or before you move forward using your energy to help others. It's really important to make sure you're full and comfortable and brimming with energy for yourself, to really be able to support others in a big way. Please tune up my clairaudience so that communicating with them can be easier for me. And every time I hear questions about tuning up clairaudience, I just say, yeah, me too. I always, I have a pretty clear clairaudience, but I always want it to get better. And with time, it will. And so just continue to practice. And they're just saying yes. The council is saying continue to practice asking questions of your team, ascended masters, or other beings that you wish to communicate with. quiet your mind, and then listen within. And you will hear everything that you need to hear within. And then as you continue to practice, it gets a little clearer and a little clearer and a little clearer every single time you practice from once you really get into it and then moving forward. It really tunes up pretty nicely. And over time, as you're communicating with certain beings, you kind of pick up on the frequencies within your mind, so you can tell who's talking to you very clearly. And you don't need that talking in your ear directly. And they're saying, that will come in time. Do not doubt this. And they're pointing to me too. They're telling me the same thing. Do not doubt this. This is happening. This is not a question of if. It is a question of when. And it's just a matter of divine timing. So we might not be aware of when that will happen, but as long as we're continuing to practice and get more comfortable and really allowing the energy to come in and then reflecting on how do we feel the different energies, we just get that much better, and over time it just builds up. And they're saying yes to all of that. And they're just kind of clapping. So do not worry. And they're saying this message is for many who are internally asking about their clairaudience or the ability to hear spirit. There are many, many people, and they're like pointing and like they see all of you. So do not doubt this. Just practice. You can practice by going within and asking your own questions for your life, or you can also ask questions for others and relay guidance as you see fit, or as you're comfortable. It's more as you're comfortable. As you get practiced, you become more comfortable, and more people will probably come to you and ask questions. And this will be a way of life, a lifestyle, not just something you do as a hobby or a side business or something to help others connect. While you will be doing helping others to connect, it's more than that. It's a way of being. And they're very excited for more of us to fall into that daily lifestyle of continually hearing and connecting and communicating back and forth with your team and with others. And they're saying, Amen. Amen. So I hope that resonates, Elizabeth. Sarah, she asked, I had a dream once that I was sitting amongst a council. Was it them that I was with? And if so, what was it about? Do they have any guidance for me? Thank you. Sarah, I am getting that yes, it was the council, or at least a semblance. There are many, many councils that make up the Council of Light. So it might not be the overarching Council of Light, but a smaller council that is a participatory council of the overarching Council of Light. And it was about the work that you're doing here on Earth in this lifetime, as well as others completing work in tandem. So you're all working together on a project, and that is to raise the frequency here on Earth in your own special ways. And their guidance is continue to do that work, continue to go within, continue to share yourself, shine your light for others to see. And this is all part of the work that you have agreed to complete. And that's it. Love and light to you, Sarah. Sherry Ann Rice. So let's see here. Oh, she was asking, do they have any guidance for me and Ashton, which is her son? Do they see us being able to help the gifted children? And I think we actually, Mother Mary weighed in on this, Sherry Ann, excuse me, on Saturday. So they're kind of saying that's exactly the guidance that you needed in that moment on this project. So if you still have questions, go back and watch the Mother Mary channeling that was completed in my Facebook group, Channeling with Love, and rewatch that material because that's still true. It stands, so it's still what you need to know. Ricardo is asking, are you assisting me to develop my gifts so that I may help out others? Thank you, Council of Light. Ricardo, yes, we are assisting you, as are many other beings that have worked with you in the past, will continue to work with you in your future, and have been with you since the beginning of your time. So since the beginning of your creation, you have had the support of many loving light beings. So this may be angels as well as other beings, and they're saying as well as other beings for sure. So definitely angels. And are they helping you assist with your gifts? Yes. In this lifetime, you have been opened, so you are awakening, which is really exciting, and you are discovering the gifts that are bestowed upon every single human on the planet. The more you become open and practiced, the more you will develop. Call us in, so call the Council of Light in to work with you more and more, to continue your practice. And they're just saying amen. Love and light to you, Ricardo. That's super exciting. It's so exciting, you know, when I see people awakening and recognizing that they have these gifts, because when I first started channeling, I did not realize that, you know, this was something that I've been doing my whole life, and I didn't even realize it. And it's just super exciting to kind of claim that, you know, claim that power that we all have, and to run with it and just live our lives using it, because it's really improved a lot of things in my life. And I can't wait to hear, Ricardo, how your development is going. Definitely keep me posted. Anyone else who wants to keep me posted, I'd love to hear about your development. It's super exciting. And if you guys have questions about that, send them my way, because I can help channel guidance and support and information. Jessica asks, she is looking for guidance about her career, how to proceed to be able to make a living out of it and start embodying my true potential and be happy. Whew. Jessica, I just feel like the council is sending a lot of light into my head. Like, my eyes feel like there's a lot of pressure right now behind them from the council, and that like light is just bursting out of you, and it's just bursting, and you're just a really bright, shining being, and you share a lot of yourself. And they're just saying that in regards to your career, while you have the free will choice to choose various paths or directions or elements within your career, you are already on the path. And just to continue working consciously and directly to create a living out of it, out of your gifts, out of your focused work, and embodying your true potential and being happy is an every moment choice. Within this moment, you are the best you can ever be. Own that, realize that, and embrace that. Happiness will fall into place as you continue positive self-talk and support and owning your own amazingness. They're kind of laughing at me because they didn't say amazingness, but it's just like magnanimousness, your awesomeness. I don't know how else to say it. And they're just kind of laughing. They're just showing me like your energy is so bright and so big, and just embody that. Embody who you already are, because you're awesome. And just know that, and everything's going to fall into place, so do not worry. And they're saying hand off your worries to your angels and the rest of your spirit team, or ascended masters, or the council. There's always someone available to transmute that worry for you into high vibrational, pure love and light energy. And they're saying amen. Thank you very much. So I really hope that helps, Jessica. I hope that really resonates with you, because I'm getting you have a lot of energy and a lot of love and light to share with others, and just know that you're already awesome. You don't need to worry about embodying your true potential. You already are. So just roll with it. Okay, so Max is asking, I know 2020 is going to be a big year for China with government secrets coming out. I want to know, to what level is it going to affect the society, and will my parents be okay? Also, could you tell me about my origins? Thank you. Wow, Max, these are big, big questions, and I am so happy you asked, because I've been getting a lot of guidance, especially recently with so many things that have been happening in the news and around the world and within each of our societies. There's going to be a lot of stuff going down. That's why the cleanup crew and Christ consciousness is coming to the earth, is to help transmute and lift all of that heavy, low vibrational energy. So a lot of things are going to come out. And they're saying the key to your parents being okay is an understanding that there is energy, there are things coming that will bring more peace and stability. And there may be a time period when things are pretty dicey, and just remind them to always focus on the positive. Try not to get bogged down with all of the negative events, the negative things that might be happening. Ask for protection from your angel teams. Ask your parents to ask for protection, and ask your parents to always set intentions of high vibrations. And I don't know if your parents are open to this conversation or this way of thinking, but you can always ask your team, and ask ascended masters, and ask their teams to shine love and light, and you can send them love and light too, around their entire being, around their home. You can transmute the energies from their home, so it's always kind of a safe, peaceful space for them, energetically and vibrationally. So it will be easier for them to kind of weather the chaotic storm that's going to be coming, because I do agree with you, especially in China and in the US, there's a lot of stuff coming to light that's very disheartening and very difficult to work through and to understand, and to really feel safe and high vibrational. And especially when we hear in the news every single day, things are bad, things are going poorly, bad things are happening, there's bad people in the world. We just have to kind of hold on and stick through it, and just know that everything will be okay. And just definitely focus on sending love and light to situations that really bother you, as well as to yourself and to your family. And ask for support. Ask for Archangel Michael and Jesus and Buddha and Saint Germain, any of the archangels, Source himself or herself, or love and light energy. Ask all of them to come in and just transmute anything that is not for your guys' highest good. And your origins, now let's tune in. I'm getting immediately Pleiadian. So you have some strong Pleiadian energy, Max, and I'm getting a mix of the more humanoid Pleiadians as well as the gray-like Pleiadians, and I've only seen the gray-like Pleiadians a few times, but they're taller than just the short little gray aliens, but they still have kind of the larger head and the slanted black eyes, and there's not as diverse expressions or emotions emitting from them, but they are still very high vibrational beings, and they are Pleiadian. So I'm seeing a mix of different, maybe, groups of Pleiadians. And I'm asking, is there anyone else? I'm getting tall whites have been working with you in the past. And if you resonate with them or wish to work with them, call them in. And they're saying thank you. They are, I'm seeing there's like several Pleiadians with you, Max. Like 5 or 6, kind of just waiting in the wings, waiting for you to ask them in. So if you wish to connect with your origin starseed family, definitely ask them to step forward and introduce themselves to you, and they will do so in a way that's comfortable for you. And if not, you can always ask them to step back, and then you can kind of recalibrate or figure out what you're comfortable with, and then ask them to step forward once you are ready. So I hope that works for you, and really good question, and I hope that everything will be okay with your family and with everyone's families. I hope we can all kind of brace and get through a lot of what's coming. And on that, continue to ground. And I'm getting a really big reminder from my own guardian angels to ground, be out in nature, connect with nature. Nature is one of the most important things that we can have in our lives. So always pay attention to nature and reach out to nature, to Gaia, and to connect and ground, because that will help us remain stable and high vibrational when there are large changes, especially like big government secrets or big drastic changes within the government, especially when stuff like that happens. Continue to look to nature to ground yourself and keep you steady. So I hope that helps everyone. There's just a lot of stuff going on in the world, so just always remember to do self-care, take care of yourself, talk to anyone. If you need to talk to someone, definitely reach out for help if you're feeling like you need some extra support, especially around mental health. It's very difficult sometimes to really kind of shake the heavy vibrations of certain situations. So take care of yourself, guys. Okay, let's see here. Suki Chen is asking, what should I concentrate on to awaken or ascend? I would like to know what is my strongest clair, and how shall I address my guide or guides, and do they have a message for me? Thank you in advance. Okay, so what should I concentrate on to awaken or ascend? Suki, it's just kind of an evolving process. Continue to reach out to your spiritual team, so your angels. Continue to quiet your mind. Meditation is key. And continue to ground. So grounding, communication, and meditation. 3 key elements to awakening and being on your journey. Things will come up as you move along your path that will excite you, draw your attention, or come up from your current or maybe previous lifetimes to be transmuted and released. Always follow your inner guidance. What is your strongest clair? Ooh, and I'm getting clairsentience, Suki. So it's basically the feeling. Clair is your strongest. And then I'm getting second, clairaudience, but not in your ear clairaudience, it's within your mind. And I'm also getting visuals. So clairaudience isn't just sound within your mind. It could, excuse me, also kind of delve into clairvoyance. So seeing messages from your team. And you are opening up more. So the visual elements, so seeing visions or receiving visual communication is increasing for you at this time. How shall I address my guide or guides? There are many on your team. Your male guardian angel is stepping forward, and I feel like he's more of your point person, your point guide, your point guardian angel. And then your female guardian angel is slightly behind him. And they're saying you already know their names. You can call them whatever you want, but they have already presented their names to you. So go within and see if what you think of as their names, if you have a name that like your mind is going to immediately, that's what their name is. They like the first thing you think of is always going to be the right answer because you instinctively know it and you've been told it before. And they're wanting you to go within and ask that question. And their message is that they love you very, very much. They've always loved you and will always love you and support you. And you have more support than you realize. You're being surrounded by like levels of support, like rings of support all around you. Beings, loved ones, spirit guides, your starseed family and friends, your angel team. And there are many ascended masters that work with you and help guide you. And they're saying, going within, you will be introduced to them and be aware of just how loved you are. Whew, and they're flooding my heart chakra and all around me with more energy. Whew, and I'm kind of getting like warm now. And they're saying if you ask them to step forward more strongly for your clairsentience, you will feel the same thing. They'll turn up the heat. And they're just laughing now. So Suki, like, have fun with it, run with it, and I hope that really resonates with you. It's super awesome. Aisha's asking, does the council have any specific spiritual advice for me to advance my gifts? And they immediately put practice in my mind for you. Continue to practice. Practice asking within for yourself. Practice asking with others. So asking questions for other people. Continue to practice. And they're showing me oracle cards or tarot cards, tarot, however you say it. Use the cards if you so choose to continue to receive confirmation that you are in communication with spirit. But there will be a time when you will be requested to transition from using cards to full-blown just straight channeling. And they're asking me to share my experience, as I learned to channel, I used oracle cards a lot. And even before I knew how to channel, I had created an oracle card deck that after I learned how to channel, realized my team, Mother Mary, Jesus, and a lot of my loved ones, my grandparents primarily, really helped me a lot to create my own oracle card deck. And that was my gateway. That was how I started, was using oracle cards. And then as I started to learn how to channel, I did more practice, just straight channeling. And over time, I got to a point where I realized I'm not really drawn to oracle cards anymore for my just everyday practice. Sometimes it's fun, and I do like pulling oracle cards for people in my Facebook group, Channeling with Love, or posting. I try and post every Friday on my business page an oracle card to share just some fun visual guidance, because I love having an image right there with like maybe a keyword or a key concept that really resonates with me. So it's really fun, but once you feel drawn to just channeling or not as drawn to using the oracle cards, just set them aside and just focus on full channeling and really practicing, because you're connected. I mean, it's no doubt you are getting guidance and receiving the information clearly, and you're able to move forward and help others. Definitely just pay attention to, the energy and what you're feeling at the time. So I hope that helps you. Donna is asking, I think I responded to this one before, guidance for my daughter, Michelle, to be happy and successful in my Cryon video. So I'm sorry, Donna, that I wasn't able to get to your first attempt at asking that question in the Council of Light video. Yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at, I have a few final things, final questions from Anna, and I'm going to pick one because there were like 5. So she asked, why do I feel and see light increasing in me and around me? That is super exciting, Anna, that you actually see that either visually or in your mind's eye, light increasing around you and within you, because you are anchoring more and more energy, which is of light and love. So you may be seeing that light in and of you and around you. And that's totally in line with all of the guidance that I've received about this next few months, going into 2020, and as well as Kristen Davies. She's channeled this consistently for like a year and a half. That energy is increasing on the planet within each of us as well as all around us. And that's partly what's bringing all this chaos, is their shift in energy. We are releasing all of this negative energy, this low vibrational energy from the earth as well as within our own societies and ourselves. We're giving all of that up, and it's getting cleaned up. So we have to bring it to the forefront to release it. And as you're seeing that, as you're releasing more and more, you're going to be seeing more and more light anchoring within you and around you. So that's super exciting. I'm really, really excited that you can visually see that either with your eye or in your mind's eye. And that's just so awesome. And my team, as well as the Council of Light, are all applauding and saying, yes, this is super exciting. More people are going to be seeing visually the energy around them. It's just going to be slowly over time, and it will happen in divine timing. And this is really a message for me too, because I ask all the time, I wish I could see you more directly, like with my physical eyes, and I have seen quite a bit of energy as well as orbs and flashes from my guardian angels. And they've been giving me, they've been really answering my call to seeing more. But I always want more. We all want more. We want to be able to just see them. And in time, we will. And in this lifetime specifically, it is going to be very common for us as we awaken to become more aware of energy, be more focused, and visually be able to see energy and beings and see like angels and loved ones in a more direct way. Many of us already can. I can't yet with my physical eyes, but they've been making it more and more easy for me. And the veil is thinning quite dramatically. As more energy comes, there's going to be less and less of the veil, less of that divide between us. And so more of us are going to just be seeing more and more. And I cannot wait for that day to come for me, as well as for you guys, because the more that we feel confident in just the spiritual realm and what we're seeing and connecting with, the more we can share with others, the more we can support others, and it's just going to be really awesome. So with that, I hope you all have a lovely afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are at in the world. Love and light to you all, and thank you all so much. Bye.